for the cultural gala, yes. Time to show our cultural heritage as we face one another era of culture, yes. We could demonstrate our Muyo things. Dress up in our brilliant, dress up in our cassette, telling Kotoko to ring. People say, oh gosh, who are we? When we say Tim Basek, that means we give full respect to our cultural heritage, regardless of color, creed, or age. Ha! Boy. Hey, like. Epa! Look at Batabula to Boma. Look at Wule Tabula to Boma. Pakite music la champagne. Look at Batabula to Boma.
On Saturday and Sunday of WCMF weekend.
That's October 25th and 26th from 7 a.m. for a true Dominican experience.
So come early, come hungry, and celebrate Creole season the Perky's way.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome back. It's good to be back. My God, it feels like every day. I've been on here every day since Wednesday. We've had a busy week, and I'm so happy and grateful to all of you who've tuned in throughout the week. Thank you very much for tuning in from Wednesday evening until this evening. We're going on till Monday evening, and then it's party time. All right, then it's party time. The independent season is officially launched, and we're going to have a good time. Welcome to the show. If you're just logging in, let me know where you're logged in from. Good evening to the folks on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Jael Joseph Live, on Black Islandville Multimedia, wherever you're locked in, good evening and welcome to the show. I'm checking out to see who's coming on. Let me know, drop your flag. It's WATO night. Tonight is WATO night. And we're doing it a little bit different than we are accustomed to. I mean, we've had WATO night or WATO Wednesdays. We've had WATO, we've had a series of WATO. And tonight we're giving you like all in one shot. Or we're trying to give you the most in one shot, right? And I'm so excited to be back on here talking about WATO. WATO is one of my favorite events, and you know because you saw. If you follow me, we did a private WATO recently, and that was such a vibe. Let me tell you, it was such a vibe. We all went to Gingerette. Chef Meander was there, and let me tell you, we put out there was the picnic tables in the river. It was everything. It was everything, and Wato can happen pretty much anywhere. But this year, Wato is happening at a specific location, and I'm excited to have most of the chefs who are going to be visiting us in Dominica, as well as Chef Neander, who's going to be joining us right here on the show. So, I want to say before we get started, I want to say thank you so very much to my sponsors. Without them, the show would not be able to stay on. The lights would not be on. The internet would not be on. The bills will not be paid. So thank you very much to my sponsors, the National Cooperative Credit Union. Thank you very much for your support, your continued support of Jael Joseph Live shows. And also special thanks to Perky's Pizza. You know, in my household, that's the pizza of choice. So if they were not a sponsor, like I don't know who would be, right? So thank you very much to Perky's Pizza for being a sponsor. You can all and any time you want pizza as long as they open, okay? Order your pizza online, have it delivered to you if you live within the Roseau area. Obviously, there are areas that they don't deliver to, but just find out. You can go in and pick up your pizzas. They have the supreme, they do the pepperoni, they do the ham, there's cheese, there's veggie. Did I say everything? You can also get wings. You get a roti at Perky's Pizza. So I want to say thank you very much to Perky's Pizza for being a sponsor of the show for the last couple of months. We're getting ready for our chefs, and I want to bring them on one at a time because we're going to have a blast tonight. We're going to talk tonight. We're going to vibe tonight. And I want to welcome, first of all, first chef to the show I want to welcome is Chef Neander. Hi, Chef Neander.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Tired, already. Working hard to make it happen.
I can
But
only imagine.
yeah, a lot of work. Yeah.
Wow. I see you still have
So,
nails, so you're not working as hard because if you have nails.
but you also kind of know how to work with it, you still have to look cute, even if you're in the bush with fire. Okay, period. Yeah.
So you're preparing, you're putting things together for the first
Yes.
November. Oh my God, are you excited?
I'm excited. We're in a new location.
We're gonna talk
So
about that on the show, yes.
so the workload is a little bit a lot more. But it's getting there. It's getting there. My team is amazing and as usual. So we're pushing the work. We're pushing it. Yeah.
Nice. And I want to welcome on the other chefs that are on
Yes.
with us this evening. So I wanna head to Puerto Rico first, or Puerto Rico, and say good evening to Chef Manolo, like Manolo Blahnik. Good evening.
Hi, how are you? How's everyone doing? I'm so happy to be here with all of y'all.
Good to have you. We're excited to have you and host you in Dominica.
I'm excited to go to Dominica. It's going to be my first time. I love the fact that WATO is connecting the islands and the whole concept behind Fami, which is familia, family, resonates with me and Puerto Ricans. So I'm excited to share that with all of y'all.
Wonderful, and it's good to have you on, and we're gonna chat. We're gonna chat some more in a little bit, all right? I also want to go head to Martinique and bring on Chef Ludovic, who speaks English. Bonsoir, ça va?
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
Good to have you on. Are you excited to come to Dominica?
Yes, I'm excited to go to Dominica. I'm gonna go for the Creole Festival and then the WATO.
Ah, so ka West Dominic, upa kami ni Buato, uka ni West Dominic.
Exactly.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you'll be here for what, a week, 2 weeks?
2 weeks. I'm arriving on next Tuesday.
Look at you. I love that for you. Time in Dominica?
What?
Will that be your first time in Dominica?
No, I'm coming every 2 months.
Ah, may also Dominica then.
Almost.
It's wonderful to have you on. Wonderful to have you on. Okay,
Thank you.
we're gonna talk something in a bit. I want to welcome. We're going back to Dominica because we're in Dominica, but he's not in Dominica right now. Chef Romel, who will be part of a father-daughter chef team. Good evening to you.
Good evening, guys. It's a pleasure to be on. How are you guys doing?
I am doing well. How are you?
Fine, fine. I'm looking forward to it.
So I decided that this is me, all right? I have decided that the reason why you come into Wato is because you wanted a free flight to come Dominica for independence. So you feel you got me under. Let me get on that Wato train so I can cook while coming to independence. Is that did I let the cat out of the bag?
Tell him you'll be there.
No, no, no.
He'll be there for festival too. He'll be there for festival too.
Oh, so you see, I'm onto something.
Yeah, I'll be there for the festival a little bit, but I really want
Yeah.
to make my daughter experience the culture,
Mhm.
and
Well,
she's also
we're happy to have you back in Dominica, and I learned that you've not experienced independence in a very long time.
that's
So
right.
so it will be almost like a renewed experience. Let me tell you, independence is my favorite time of the year, right? And it's like carnival because we do have carnival. We do have carnival on I think it's on 5th of November.
The force.
The fourth of November, yes. The 4th of
Mhm.
November, we have carnival. But it's all of the festivities, the food, the music, and everything that goes with it. And it's lovely that you've chosen to be part of Wato. So you kind of kill two birds with one stone. You come home,
Okay.
the festivities, and then you come and show us what you got.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, we're gonna learn a little bit more about you once the
Okay.
show gets rolling. So thank you for being on here, and it's good to have you join us on the show this evening. All right, Chef Neander, we're starting off with you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so you told me you well, we know that by now because those of us
Right.
who follow the show or those of us who follow your event, you've had this event for a few years, and
Yeah.
it's been mostly at Rosalie Bay. That's where the event. I mean, first of all, I just want to add that I like the fact that the entire Wato experience is not really secluded to one location. You can have
Right.
Wato because I mentioned before that we had a private Wato at Gingered, which was
Yes.
so much fun.
Yes.
We were gone for the entire day.
Whole day.
We did not want to leave. We were in the river.
Relaxing.
We sing. We drink. We eat
We
food.
ate. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Meditated. It was nice.
It was really good. It was a really good time. And, I know a lot of people still don't understand the concept of Watto.
Right.
So we want to also share that with them or get them to closer to understanding what Watto really is and what it's about. I remember
Yeah.
when I did my video review of the show of the event last year, people were like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I didn't realize that!" Like the comments underneath there was like,
Yeah.
"But my brother, like I thought you guys understood." So people still are learning what Watto is. You
Yes.
changed venue.
I
Tell us
did.
about the new venue and why the change.
I think the new venue is like a fairy tale. It's like magic. Um, why the change is because we needed a bigger space, and You know, I knew this was eventually going to happen, and I I'm gonna give you the story of how I found this space. It's like it was made just for Watu. So the space belongs to the owners of Paradise Valley. That's
Diane.
Diane and Karen Douglas. And I was actually doing a private Watu at Paradise Valley for a corporate Watu, which I also do. And I was taking a tour with my fam. My brother was here on holiday. Was taking a tour of the beautiful, garden that he has there. With one of the tour guides, and the tour guide was like, "Oh, this is the owner, and we're introducing ourselves. Nice to meet you." And he's like, "Yeah, we're just preparing. We have a private event next week, and it's for this event that I've been checking out, and I want to meet the lady that's in charge, or the person that's in charge of the event, because there's a space that I want to show her." And then I'm like, "Hi, nice to meet you." And that's how it happened. And the next day, I was in Bonn, so that's a long way from Point Michelle. The next day I came back right away. My brother and I, we came, went to Kalibishi, and in my mind this whole time I was like, I'm not going to have water at Kalibishi. No way, it's too far, it's too far. And he's like, no, I think you're going to change your mind. And then as soon as I'm like, where are we going? We're in the bush. Where are we going? He's like, is it Wato bush vibes? I'm like, yeah, but he's like, Wato is bush vibes.
The
It's
man know
nothing
what Wato
fancy,
is better than you.
right? He's like, it's not a fancy vibe. You go in the bush, you go by the river, you cook, you get dirty, And then he's like, here we are. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my god, yes, one time,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. So
yeah.
when you say it was magical, it was like destined.
It was destined. It's in the middle of the. I wouldn't say in the middle. It's not too far from the main road. It is about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes from the main road. However, you feel like you're just in like an
Nature.
oasis, yeah, in nature. So, and that's the kind of vibe that I always want for Wato. Wato is it's again it's not a fancy event. It's a natural, rustic,
Holistic.
cooking by the river, big river lime type of event. So I always tell people, do not wear your fancy clothes.
You know that you can't tell me that.
No, I know, but it's if you fine with it getting a little smoke, a little cold, it's
A
okay.
little rain. Remember
A
last year?
little rain, you must because
Last year I was soaking wet
right,
and I didn't
and that's
stop.
okay because when we go to the river regularly to cook by the river and it rain, we not leaving our pot.
No, we continue. We stay right there.
Exactly. So that's the whole vibe about it. That's the sort of that's how I grew up, and it doesn't bother me when Mother Nature decides to sprinkle us with a little bit of a blessing. But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
So
it's
that
funny. It's funny though because this what you speak of Wato, the tradition of liming and going by the river. This is something
yeah,
that we have all done as Dominicans. Like
yeah,
we've done it. I remember growing up as a child, we would go by the river, would have breadfruit and cooking water, and like it was always like you see Romel's laughing. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
yellow, yellow, yellow butter. Let me
Yeah,
tell you. Or you would have coconuts. I mean, it didn't have to be anything fancy. There would
yeah,
be a time where there would be a pot, and there would be dumplings, and well, I remember money coining up in the pots, and I remember
yeah,
all kinds of things going into that
yeah.
pot.
You're killing your animal by the river right there.
Right,
Your goat.
right. Right. And this was
So
what we grew up knowing. But for
right.
you to take this and realize that this is something that is desired by so many people around the world, around the Caribbean,
Yeah.
and create it into an event that not just shares, so you're not even sharing just our culture with people, but you're sharing the cultures of other Caribbean islands with
Yeah.
bringing them into one space. I mean,
Yeah.
I know what inspired it, but people might be wondering on the live, what inspired this?
So you see, I mean, I grew up here. I went away. I studied. I saw the cultures, and coming back here, it was so difficult to kind of get people together to go cook by the river. It's always like, oh, I'm doing this. I'm like, no, no, no. This has to stop. This culture cannot die. It cannot die. Like we have to continue it. Cooking your jot by the bay, by the river, and again, everybody knows this story, or most people know this story. This started off with just like 20 of my friends and family, and we went to the bush, and then we started to cook because I made it happen. And I'm like, I like this. I want to continue this. It was just supposed to be something that we would do regularly. It was never supposed to turn into an event. And then we posted pictures, and then people was like, oh, can I come next time? Can I come? I'm like, before you know it, I ended up having another one, and I'm like, oh, 50 people. I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I eventually, when I started as the working at Rosalie Bay, we wanted to do an event. They asked us to do an event for a fringe event for jazz. So I'm like, well, I have this thing that I do, and by the river, I don't know if you'll be interested in it. And then the manager was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's try this. And then we ended up getting like 80 people, and I was excited. I'm like, oh, we got 80 people. That's nice. That's nice. It was very cultural, and then we're looking at 2,000 people this year. So it
Wow.
just developed into this culture that I wanted to save. I didn't want to die, and the way that I explain WATO to people is the biggest river lime in Dominica.
But
So
some people
just
still don't
picture
even
it as
understand what a river line is. Like,
right. So
like
yeah. So and it's like a river lime is you go by the river, you cook your food, and you drink, you vibe, you party, you dance, and WATO is just the biggest version of that. you
yes.
know.
So what I
Yeah.
feel is so neat and so cool is that you do this on, because people, again, because this is bigger than just your 20 friends, your 50 friends, even the 80 people that came the first year.
Yeah.
Now open to people who obviously have no idea about this, have probably never experienced this. But
Hmm.
this is something where you literally, there's a pot on stones. So
On
it's not
stone.
a stove. So when people
No.
hear, when you tell people it's by the bay or it's by the river, it is not on the stove. It is
No.
literally three big stones
On the pot.
and a pot that you
Right.
put it on, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then, you know, you can't go to the river with just you. So we developed the group access where you come as a group, so it could be your family or your friends, which made more sense for us. I'm gonna tell you something. That specific ticket that we call the OCL, which is the entry only ticket, that was never my idea. That was so introduced to some of my team members. They're like, oh, people just want to come. And I'm like, but Wato, I developed Wato for you to come to
I wanna
cook.
I wanna eat. I just wanna
I know you was going to tell me that.
I
So
don't
I
wanna
was
cook.
like, I was there
I
like,
don't wanna
no,
cook.
Neanda, some people don't want to cook, they want to check out the fire. I'm like, yeah, but we don't do a big stage. We don't, so what are they
And
going to do?
Neander, think of it. Think of it
Yeah.
though.
Mm.
I've done a lot of river and bay lines,
Right,
and
right.
I've never cooked. So there's always a few people in the group who probably are the entertainers, probably the one cracking up the jokes, the
Yeah.
one probably who spend all the time in the water and bathe, the one
Yeah,
who
yeah,
probably
yeah.
watch the children. I mean, everybody have
Yes.
their roles. So
Yeah, yeah.
I
No,
joke.
I mean, which I understood and I accepted. So we introduced this ticket, I think 2 years ago, and people still come to vibe to enjoy the vibe. So that way, what as soon as we introduce that ticket, I'm like, okay, so we need vendors because these people are coming in, they're not going to cook, so they're gonna want to eat. We're gonna let's introduce vendors. So we have TTV vendors, black pudding vendors, we have one pot vendors, and then we have our roast pig and all of that. So I always say, if you leave Wato hungry, it's your fault,
Agreed.
right?
Agreed.
Yeah. So
100%. 100% your fault. I
yeah,
experienced it last year. It was a time. I mean, a few of my videos actually went viral. A few of the videos that I
yeah.
posted because people were so intrigued by it. There was the one with TK singing and they were and
Oh
rolling,
yeah,
rolling the dough and throwing it in the
that
pot,
was amazing.
and it was just a beautiful time. It was a wonderful experience, and I can see why you definitely needed a bigger venue for such an event because it's not
Yeah,
just the cooking, there's the entertainment around the event as well. So you have
yeah,
traditional entertainment mixed with contemporary entertainment, mixed with indigenous entertainment. So
yes,
tell us what.
yes,
So before we actually get into the entertainment, your theme this year is famine. Tell
yeah.
me what inspired the theme and why you wanted to have that as the theme this year.
That I felt like that theme was coming. It probably should have been my first theme for my first ever Watu because, as I said, we go by the river with our family. Families that cook together, stay together. And I just felt like my family has been so supportive to me with Watu throughout the years. I honestly, I would have not been able to do it without them, hands down. So I just wanted to pay tribute to them and other families of other people that families that your family will always support you in whatever you do, or should support you in whatever you do. And just being together, I felt like Dominica needed this sort of togetherness, and I just wanted to create that love. It's all about love. And if you come to, there are going to be a lot of different families at Watu. So the whole aura, the whole atmosphere, everything is just gonna be filled with. It's gonna be like a cloud of love at Watu. So
I
that
love
was the
that.
vibe I want.
I
Yeah.
love that. My cousins who were coming for Curl Festival changed their flight. They all changed
Wow.
their flight. They're like, we're
Wow.
staying for Wato. Some of them I know they're gonna get in trouble with their jobs.
Yeah.
Like, we're staying. This is something that we want to experience. I believe it's gonna be a beautiful event again this year, rain or
Yeah.
shine, because the
Yeah.
rain does not stop Watu. So, like
Yeah.
like Leander says, you come cute, but not too cute.
Yeah. And
Right?
outfit that you wouldn't mind getting a little smoky, a little, if you put in the weave, just know that you're gonna have to wash it afterwards. That's all.
Now, I
Fine.
have a question because I saw the videos. I have not
Yeah.
been at the venue, but I've
Yeah.
seen the promo videos. And one of the things I noticed is that it's very close proximity to a river. Are you
Yes.
allowing bathing and all of that? Like, is that something? Did I put you on the spot?
No. So you can bathe, but it's on your own accord, right? So the river is there. The river is it doesn't it belongs to Dominica. It doesn't belong to the not even the owners of the land. It's just the river. We can't prevent anybody going to bathe in the river, but we just want to let everybody know just to be cautious and you know what I mean. So So yeah, you can be. It's a river. It has a two basses there,
I
so it's
know
nice.
it has two nice buffet. I heard.
Nice basses. So it's nice there, and there's also space for people to cook by the river as well.
Yes, I
It,
noticed that.
it's a little bit of away from the actual entertainment. However, if you come early and you want to take a river spot to cook, that's fine as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. I want to get in the other chefs because I see they're there, and some of them they bathe in, they're excited already. I see Romel there, and you look like you're well bathed, like you. It's like you know exactly what we're talking about, and you're there with every single word that we're saying. Romel, how I want to start with you. How does it feel hearing about Wato in this space and knowing that you're gonna be part of this year?
It's an honor, for me to be a part of WATO. I've been talking to Chef for a while, and I feel like WATO kind of summarized my years of growing up in Formation and my childhood. It's like my whole life been an episode of WATO with my friends, going to catch manikou, going by the sea and catching fish and roasting the fish by the bay, or cooking the food by the bay, or going up in the heights and cooking up whatever we get. We just bring a little thing with us, and whatever we get in the heights, we cook our food and keep it going. So
Mhm.
it's an honor to be part of this event. I'm
And
looking forward to it.
and you're doing this with your daughter. So tell me
Yes.
a little bit about the two of you and how did you guys become a father-daughter duo?
Well, from the time she, like a little girl, 4 or 5 years, I've been cooking with her in the kitchen. And she just loved it, and she wanted to continue. She actually went to culinary school and further education in it, and she just loved cooking. She loved baking,
And that's it.
and I think Wato is a perfect time, and the culture of her dad, and experience it with her people. So, and share some of her culinary experience that she acquired, and see some of our culinary experience by seeing how I grew up cooking.
Would that be
So,
her first time coming to Dominica?
my first time coming to Dominica.
My brother, in my most Dominican accent.
Yep, it's the first time.
Wow, that is going to be wonderful. Now, obviously, around the theme of family, what would you say is your signature family dish at home or even just cooking for anyone?
Well, my signature one pot dish I can remember, my grandma used to make like a crab with like a kalalu crab dish she used to make with hand crabs and kalalu. Sometimes she'd go and get the cheddar sheen and put that in there, and that used to be so just from the garden, the seasoning pepper, everything she have in the back of the yard, the thyme and everything, and she'd make a pot or making a broth. Get fresh fish when they come with the corn, blowing corn shells with season some macchio, make a nice broth with some yams from the backyard or yams from the garden. So
Now,
either,
now we know you're not in Dominica, so how you does make that signature dish? Explain.
well, we have Caribbean markets. So I'd go in the Caribbean market, and I mean it's not the same as getting it in Dominica, maybe but we do have to spend some money to get that. You might have to buy 5 coconuts before you get one that good, but yes, we do what we have to do over here to try to keep the culture going.
Mm.
Get some taste of Dominica. It's you do what you have to do to experience food you
What
like to eat.
what are you looking forward to the most about Wato?
I'm looking forward to just as you say, like Dominica is my home, and I'm looking forward to being with my people and enjoying food with them, and probably introducing, seeing if I still have seeing if I still have my Dominican flair, because I used to cook a lot, bring that back to myself, and my daughter looking forward to it also. So that's very exciting to me. She's very excited about the experience coming to visit.
What are you guys gonna make for us on that day?
Well, it's
It's a
gonna
secret, Jael. It's a secret.
Boy, Mianda, I'm gonna put you in the lobby. I am putting you in the lobby, Leander. I almost get some information there. You just kibosh my information, Leander. And you see, what is a secret? And I think you freeze the man. And the man video freeze. Right? Okay, so we'll continue. We'll continue with Chef Romel. Hopefully, he gets back on. He's able to log back on. We'll continue the conversation. I want to bring on Chef Manolo. I want to go to Puerto Rico, and we want to talk a little bit about Puerto Rico and the food that we're gonna expect and all of that. Obviously, Chef Manolo, Puerto Rican cuisine has such warmth and vibrancy. We talk about the rusticness of it. What story do you hope that your food tells us at WATO?
I hope that the food tells the story of the Caribbean. I think it's very interesting how we all have similar ingredients, similar land, but we treat it differently depending on where we're from on the island and on the island. So I think that it's just to share a little bit about how Puerto Rican influence like the food that I cook around the world and how I want to share it with everyone in Dominica, utilizing the ingredients that you have there. So I'm excited about that.
Have you ever done anything like WATO? Like what you hear us explaining? Have you ever? Do you have that experience of going by the river or going by the bay, or cooking on stones? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I mean here, I'm from the west side of Puerto Rico, El Campo. So it's basically this is like where the farm people, the peasants, like it's very well known for that because 100 years ago this was all sugarcane. So a lot of it comes from cooking al fogón, which is with live fire. And here, it might not be stones, but we get 3 cinder blocks and just put them together and we light the fires up. And you have all your pots that are all like charred and scarred with that black in the outside. So it's going to taste amazing because of.
I lost your audio. Sorry, we lost your audio. Don't worry, continue. Yeah,
So yeah, we do something very similar. So I'm excited to bring that to Dominica and share it with all of y'all.
Wonderful, wonderful. What made you want to be part of WATO this year?
I was very honored at the fact of getting the invitation and connecting the islands. I have a restaurant here in Puerto Rico. I have a cafe and kitchen and food business in New York. So I spend my time between both of them. But I think that it's really interesting to connect more of the Caribbean and get to know more of it and learn from it. I think we're all very like similar, but for me, it's like I've never visited. So I was like, oh, this is so interesting. And I started learning about the island and the population and the food. And my curiosity just sparked. So I hope that going there, I can also show the people that follow me the beauty of the island, of the people, of the food, and more people are going to want to go and visit as well. So ultimately, like it's a cultural exchange what we're doing. So I know that I'm going to learn a lot from all the chefs that are there, the ones visiting, and just connecting with more people and expanding this beautiful network of Caribbean people.
Wonderful. Obviously, we know outdoor cooking brings people together. What's one ingredient or tradition that you think will always connect people no matter where they're from?
Ooh, one ingredient. Let me see. Man, I want to say cilantro because I think we all use it in different ways, right? For us, our base of sofrito, which we inherited from the Spanish, and then utilize ingredients from here with Taino and African influences, it has that base. So I think cilantro is one of those herbs that are representative throughout the Caribbean and throughout the world. You can see it as well. So I'm going to say that one because I've never said that one before.
Wonderful. Well, what are you
And
looking
that for
for?
us, Jael, is shadow benny, chuk
Shadow
chuk.
Berry. Yes.
Yes.
You see, I'm already learning and I'm not even there.
Right? So we have different names.
That's it. The English, well, English and Creole shadow benny, and I wouldn't say English, but in Creole we say chuk chuk.
Chuk chuk.
Yes.
Yes.
So there you go. You learn something every day. But yeah, I guess that's what it is, right? Where it brings in a different type of vibrancy and flavor to the dishes that we have, and I'm sure that that's representative on all the islands.
What do you plan to cook for us?
I
Be
will be
quiet.
I will
Neon.
be making sancocho, which is it's a one pot stew that we make here in the Caribbean. Well, between Dominicans also have it. They have a different version, but ours is with beef base, and it has a lot of root vegetables. So it'll have yam, it'll have taro, it'll have pumpkin, and it's one of those dishes that here. I don't know about down there in Dominica, but you know, my grandmother had like 30 brothers and sisters, so you needed to feed a lot of people, right? And the only way that you could do that was by multiplying whatever you had of, but with bones and meat. And I think like these stews were the backbone of our community and how people got fed. So I remember when I was little, my family used to make it so much that I would just get mad at it. And now that I'm older, I'm like I can't wait to eat sancocho. It's one of the most comforting foods, and it comes together in a pot, and it's something that people can join, and it's a beautiful process to make.
What you described sounds like Sancoach to me, right, Leander?
Yes, that's sancoch, but for us we use saltfish.
Yes.
You see, and like in Dominican
Yes.
Republic, they'll
So
add
they
pork
connect.
and chicken. And in Colombia, specifically the part that connect with the Caribbean, like Barranquilla, they also have their version of it. So it's just something really cool to see how it's similar ingredients, but just like different interpretations of how the flavors are built with the different types of layering.
Yes, yes. I mean, we're so similar, eh? Like it's so crazy hearing like you call it sancocho, and I'm like, oh, it must be sancocho. Or even it could even sound like what you were explaining was like our callaloo soup, like with because we use like dasheen and we put I don't cook it, so I'm just saying it based on what I know. We put the cheddar sheen, like the leaves, or you might use spinach and add probably I know some people put food in there, they put smoked meat, they put all kinds of stuff in it and just make this one big. Some people put crab, we use crab in there. So it sounds very similar. Our foods are so similar. And essentially that's what makes us Caribbean people, right?
Definitely. I'm excited to go out there to cook by the river, to meet all of y'all, and to learn about Dominica and to share with the world.
I hope you're not coming for just 2 days because I know like the chefs who've come in the past, I know quite a few of them are coming back. Neander's laughing. And they're coming back on their own accord. they're coming back. And it's a huge part. I remember, just knowing that this is not just I'm coming to cook, or I'm coming to share my food. There's like getting to know the island, getting to know the people, and falling in love with the island, and never wanting a piece of the island. I know one specific chef is looking for land in Dominica right now as we speak, right? So I hope you're not just coming for one day or 2 days.
No, no, I'll be there for 6 days, I believe. So I want to get the experience. I'm not just trying to go out there and cook and leave. This is not that type of trip. This is to me. I love learning, and I think that this I opened new spaces this year, so I've been consumed in kitchens and work. So this is just a great time to take some time away from that, learn, and take some of those learnings and bring them back to my kitchen and share it with the world as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. We're looking forward to having you in Dominica.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Manolo. I'm going to move on to Martinique.
Hey,
Is back. We lost you for 2 seconds, but you're back. And
yeah.
it's good to have you back. And we're looking forward to having you in Dominica. And obviously, Martinique has such a rich Creole culinary history. Martinique is like right next to us. We're heavily influenced by the French as well, by the whole Creole movement. How does that influence or your approach in terms of outdoor cooking? How does that influence it?
Well, I traveled a lot first. So since when I was cooking with my dad, my grandmother, my mom, we, as Chef Manolo said, we use all the same product, just differently. So I started to cook with them, and then after I was in the culinary school, and then I moved to China. So I worked in China for like 9 years, and even in China, I realized that we have the same product also. They have dashin in China, like dashin, they eat it sweet in China. They make ice cream with it. So, I discover a lot, and from my experience, that brings a lot of variety in my cuisine. But still, I like the authentic rustic food, and that's why I'm so excited about WATO because, like, no gas, no electricity. So how are we gonna cook?
Yes, on fire.
On
On
fire.
Yes. What dish or even flavor are you most excited to share with the Watto crowd this year?
Well, I think it's the dish that I will make. It's an heritage from the slavery when when they have nothing to eat but the leftover of what they have. So there is a lot of dish in the Caribbean who are from that period and that we love now. Like Chef Manolo said that like when he was kid he ate it, and me also I ate it when I was kid, and now I'm doing it every month.
Right. Right. I think for us in Dominica, I mean, I remember growing up and I was sick of fish because my father, we always have free fish. So my mother was like, I don't have to pay for fish, so you're gonna be eating fish. So it was fried fish, fried stewed fish, baked fish, steamed fish. It was fish, 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 and I just didn't want to see fish. And now, like as an adult, like every single Saturday, I want fish.
Fish.
I want fish. And I was sick of it. But I want it in a broth with dumpling and potato and and dasheen and a vegetable. Sometimes, big up to the palette for organizing my broth every Saturday. I mean, that's what I love, right? And my kids love it too. We've introduced it to them and they love it. They want lots of dumplings in there. So I love that you say, the stuff that we absolutely was sick and tired of when we were growing up. Now it's like we embrace it. And I wonder sometimes why do you feel like we're so connected to it? Like we want to go back there, even though we
Exactly.
hate it.
Family. It reminds the family.
That is it.
That is it.
That is it. That is exactly it. It
That's it.
reminds me of family.
That food feels warm, like souvenir, like when the grandmother was cooking, when the mother was cooking. So it's
Wow.
memories.
Wow. How does family show up in your kitchen?
Wow. Every Sunday it was a fight. Like I have 10 chefs in the kitchen, my dad's friends, and all of them, they were chefs. So everyone was fighting to make food. And well, finally they did something, but they were arguing all day. So I was just sitting there and looking at them and say, what are they saying? But now I understand. Everyone want to do better than the other to please people, to make people satisfied about the food.
Mhm. Wow, this I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what you have to offer. I'm looking forward. I mean, you're gonna be here for 2 weeks, so kind of like. So, by the time you come on water, you might be cooking Dominican food, and you might forget what you come.
No, no, I gonna be at Syndicate Falls cooking.
Syndicate for us cooking, eh?
Yeah,
Hey,
Yeah, now some deadly chefs, you know. All these chefs are deadly chefs. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not.
Top
I
chefs,
don't
you know.
have. I don't have any restaurant. I'm well. I used to be a chef when I was in China. After I moved to France, and then I was a culinary teacher, and now I'm running a culinary school in Martinique. I'm a director. I'm training director of the school. So I'm not. I don't have restaurant where I cook every day. So those kind of occasion opportunity, that's great for me because I love
wow.
cooking, and that's it.
Wow, I am excited to taste what you're gonna be cooking for us on November the 2nd, or November the 1st, sorry. But I want to bring back Neander, Chef Neander. Neander, I know this is just a snippet of the chefs. I know Chef Matthew was from Haiti, is gonna be there, and he was trying to actually get on. We're having difficulties connecting him, and it would have been. I know this is like we have like a huge Haitian population in Dominica, so I think that would be. Oh, I can't hear you. 1 second, let me take
Oh,
on you. I
sorry,
know
sorry.
it's going to be like a highlight for the Haitian community. Is he coming from Haiti or is he coming from somewhere else?
Okay, so he's coming from somewhere else, but he's full Haitian, full Haitian. Speaks Creole and everything. Chef Matthew is actually a friend of mine that we work together
Wow.
at a restaurant in St. Martin. Um, I was the head chef, he was my sous, and we just clicked, and we remained, friends. And as much as I taught him, he taught me a lot as well, you know. And he's just a great person to be around. He makes everybody laugh all the time, so I can't wait for him to meet everybody.
Well,
Yeah.
Haitian food has definitely influenced our palates here in Dominica because
Mhm.
before Haitians started moving to Dominica, we didn't have banan pezi. We were just eating our plantain,
No.
normal. There's so many different things that they've introduced into this culinary space in Dominica.
Our
And
John
culture.
now
John.
now
Yeah.
you go to a restaurant and you
Jojo,
have banan
yes.
pezi. You just like he said, what you
Why?
doing, right? Right? Oh, oops, we lost Neanderthal. We lost Chef Neanderthal. Hopefully she can come back. But yeah, that's essentially. I mean, having a Haitian chef, come and really show off his culinary skills and stuff. I think that's going to be so exciting. And I don't know if there are Haitians who are on the live who are locked in. Make sure you tell your friend tell your friend and all of them that you're gonna be at WATO, that you're coming down to WATO to really share in this experience with all of the different chefs as well as all of the different people who are gonna be there. I am looking forward to tasting because that's what I am. I'm a professional taster. Professional taster. I will go to every single one of your booths, I will eat in every single one of your pots. Right? I'm
Oh,
a
you're welcome.
professional taster. Huh?
Oh, you're welcome.
I even if you don't want to welcome me, I'll welcome myself. I will include myself in that. And I'm so absolutely excited to see what you guys have in store. I know, Awato will have multiple different things to it. So there'll be a DJ, so there's DJ Cut, the Sakis, the cultural dances, there'll be music and food compliments for everyone. There'll be so many different activities happening, including sampling of different foods. There'll be cabanas if people want to have cabanas. I mean, it essentially is going to be a real huge celebration of what we call family, and I'm absolutely looking forward. I'm hoping that Chef Niana can pop back on so we can tie this up into a nice bow and wrap it up. I want to give you guys an opportunity, each of you an opportunity to now let the public know why they should come to WATO, why they should come and see you, why they should come and taste your food, what you're gonna offer them on the day of November the 1st. So since Ludovic, you're here, roll.
Well, as we said, family, warm ambience, and to try the Caribbean food. And I'm looking forward also to try Manolo's food. And yeah, that's it, to discover and spend a nice day.
Wonderful. Romel, you're on mute. Let's take off you off. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You hearing us, Romel? Are you hearing us? I don't think he's hearing us. We move on to Manolo.
I'm excited to just be there with the community. I'm eager to meet all of y'all and to share a little bit about Puerto Rican food in Dominica. I'm not sure if other Puerto Rican chefs have gone to Wato or
No,
to
you're
the.
the first.
Oh
You're the
wow,
first.
I have a big task ahead then, right?
Yes,
Um,
you have a big time. So you have to make a great first impression. We've had,
no, okay.
another chef from Martinique. We've had Dominican chefs. We've never had a Haitian chef, but Puerto Rican is going to be the first.
Well, it's great, and I think that as the Wato Festival continues to grow, more people from the Caribbean and representation happens. So you don't want to miss it, right? You want to be there to see what happens that day, to connect with all of us. We all have different stories, and we just want to share them with y'all and create new ones.
Wonderful, wonderful. Chef Romel, you hearing us? Chef, is he hearing us? I'm not sure if he's hearing us. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Hello?
I don't think he's hearing us. I don't think he's hearing me. I don't think he's hearing me. Can you hear us, Chef Romel? I don't think he's hearing me. Okay, so essentially, I just want to say thank you to all of you for coming on. I know tickets are still available. Folks can purchase tickets. There are various types of tickets. I'm just going to try and pull up the information because that was supposed to be Neander's job to do, but we don't have her on. I know there's going to be tickets available. Let me see if I can pull that up. All right, let's see. Um, all right, so don't have the information on here, but tickets are available. Folks can still purchase their tickets. You can reach out to Chef Neander. You can reach out to Wato_Dominica on Facebook. I mean, this is a one of a kind event. I know in the past tickets were available at DPEX. Tickets were also available online, and you can get your tickets. You can come as a group. You can come as an individual. You can come and you can get your group tickets and come and have a good time. One of the things that I recall that she wanted to let people know that if you want to bring your own pots, you can bring your own pot. So sometimes people have their specific pots. I don't know about you, Chef Manolo, but some people have like their specific pot that they like to cook in. That is
The
their
magic
pot.
pot.
like everything else burns in everything else but that pot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to bring mine from Puerto Rico because it's too big and too old. They won't let me pass that through customs. So I'm hoping you guys can help me get one over there that's seasoned. You know,
We
I
will
want.
source a pot for you.
Yes, please. Let's start getting candidates out for it.
But I know folks. I know folks can folks in Dominica local. If you want to come and bring your own pot, you can do that. Neanda is back. Neanda,
I'm back.
I
Sorry,
know
technical difficulties.
we lost you for a second. That's okay. You're back because
Yeah.
right now we're trying to wrap everything up nicely into a bow. And I know
Okay.
you just angle so we can see you better. Just
Okay.
angle right.
I
Perfect.
have to change
So
my location.
okay, so we just want to get some information on where tickets are available. I just mentioned to folks that they can bring their own pot if they want to bring their pot because people have their special pot that they're not cooking.
So it's not Canada. You have to bring your own pots. We have a few pots available. So we
Oh,
are encouraging people to bring their own pots. So there's been a lot of difficulties regarding pots throughout the years. Pots, I mean, I'm going to be very honest, pots disappearing and all of those sort of things. So,
so they cook in the pot and they go with it. But you see, that is the thing. That is problematic because I don't
yes,
ever recall you ever leaving the bay with an empty pot.
right.
So
So my team and I came up with a solution. Everybody have your pot, everybody have outside pot, right?
right.
So we're gonna do our little pot campaign to make sure everybody's aware that they will need to bring their pots with them, and whatever else you feel like that you need to cook your food. So if you need your bowl to season your meat, or your knife, or your grater, or your cutting board, I would encourage everybody that's cooking to bring their pot and those things. But just know that we give you all your ingredients,
Yes.
everything you need. If you want salt fish, if you want pork, if you want smoked chicken, if you want your fig, your green banana, your dashing, your flour, if you want to cook a pilau, we even have rice. We give you all
All
your
right.
ingredients, so you don't have to carry no food. Unless some people they say, "Oh, I have a little special ingredients. We like a little seasoning thing I
A
just use."
secret sauce.
Your secret. You can bring, but yes. So
I'll
we
bring
provide
mine.
all the firewood. We have our fire guys there, our fire boys. They already start collecting wood. I even think we have too much wood. But yeah, man,
They
they're
can
working
never
hard. They're
afford you.
working hard. They're working hard. Trust me. So yeah, yeah. Just know that it's gonna be a vibe. Water is really gonna be a vibe. It's gonna
Tell
be
us a little
a
bit
time to just
about
enjoy.
the tickets. So I know
Oh,
tickets
your
are for
tickets.
PayPal and
So
Amex.
okay. So if you want to purchase your ticket online, you can at TicketPal. You can go on the Instagram page or Facebook and click the link in the bio. You can also get your physical tickets from Deepex Color Lab or Bullseye Pharmacy, or you could just contact us directly on our DM us on Facebook or Instagram, and then we can also provide tickets for you, one of the team members.
Okay.
So yeah, and in regards to explaining the different types of tickets, again, we have the OCL, which is the entry only ticket. So you can come and watch the vibe and you don't have to cook. You can purchase food from the vendors. We have the petite famille, which is the smaller group. That's 3 to 6 people. So if you have a small family or a small team, you can purchase those tickets, and the prices are per person. If you have the bigger family, from 7 to 12 people, that's the Go family ticket. So you can purchase that for your bigger set of groups. And we also have cabana, which is the Tikai family. So it's your little family house, your little shuttle house. However, the date for registration for our cabanas have closed already, closed on the 15th. So we have all our cabana in lock, which is, I would say, quote unquote, the VIP section, where you get your.
Why Cabana don't have VIP section? So please
That's
don't
why.
cancel say
That's why
VIP.
I call it the T Kai family way. So if you want to purchase your family house, then that's what you do. You get upgraded ingredients and you have your own little section. But as I said, Wato is very organic. So everybody sort of moves around and enjoys the vibes, and it's just that you know where you're supposed to be when you know where you're not supposed to be. But it's really a free up type of event. Yeah.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to Wato. I mean, I was actually supposed to be doing an event in Houston on October the 31st. And I was like, I'm not
No,
I was like,
exactly.
I am not missing Wato. I am not missing Wato. Sorry. So I
Yes,
am definitely looking forward to Wato again this year.
yes,
I know
thank
people
you.
might want to stay down in the north of the island. You could check out all the different guest houses and Airbnbs across
Yes,
north, and you can stay down. It's a lime, it's a vibe, it's a long
of
weekend.
course. And we have so many restaurants down here that you all can
Listen.
support as well during your time.
And it's a long
Yeah.
weekend. It's a long
Yes.
weekend. So Saturday is the event is on Saturday. That's the
Yes.
first. Sunday is the second. Independence is the third. That's a holiday. That's the Monday. Tuesday is also a
Mm-hmm.
holiday. It's a long weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're
A
going to
long
have a
weekend.
fest. I'm looking forward to the Lapo Cabuit. I suspect I'm going to have to dress for the Lapo Cabuit, right? I'm looking forward to the time.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the entertainers
I'm
before.
looking forward to the chefs. Oh, the entertainment. As usual, we have Lapo Cavwit, we have the Karina dancers, we have the pay booth drummers, we have DJ Cut, and then we have a few other surprises for everybody. Yeah. And our sponsors, um, so we have our main sponsor, our biggest sponsor is We Church, IGA, Big W. I ain't gonna lie, JL, without We Church, I don't know, but We Church made it happen. We Church always makes it happen. We have Springfield Trading again, always makes it happen. They always support our kids section. We have Belfast. We have I'm trying to remember. I'm like so overwhelmed right now. I'm really trying to remember. And I have somebody there shifting the camera because I have an assistant.
You are Sikote.
I'm a secret. We have Seacliff. Seacliff is where the chefs are going to be staying. They've been amazing throughout this journey. They've been supporting Wato for many years. So I'm so happy that you guys, the chefs, are going to be staying at Seacliff. It's a couple, and Simon and Amber. And they are amazing, and I can't wait for you guys to meet them. Yeah, and we have DASPA is also our one of our sponsors. We have the Ministry of Tourism, we have NBD, we have Republic Bank, we have DDA. The list goes on.
Wonderful. I know
Yeah.
before you dropped off, I wanted to find out about the other, because this is a small group we have here tonight. I wanted to kind of get a gist or a taste or an idea of how many chefs are we expecting on island and where they're coming from. Obviously, Chef Matthew could not be on from Haiti this evening, but we have other chefs coming on. So tell me a little bit about the other chef you're expecting.
So, well, we have 5 chefs. So we have our father and daughter duo. We have chef from Martinique, we have Puerto Rico, and we have Haiti, and we have a few other chefs. That's a secret. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna have to come and see on the day. Yeah, you're gonna have to come and see them on at Wato. So come on Wato and you'll see. If you don't come to Wato, you can't see them. So I don't know what to tell you. You have to.
Chef Romel, can you hear us now?
I don't know.
No,
Probably
he
can.
can hear us, but I was trying to communicate with him, and we were just he was just
Okay.
not responsive. But
Yeah.
he's
But
hearing us.
I just wanted to go back to what Chef Manolo said in regards to being here on island for 6 days. So when we invite the chefs to Watu, we don't just invite them to Watu, we invite them to Dominica. I love showing off my island there. I really do. And I love making people experience what we have here. So apart from their prep day and the day of Watu, we have so many different activities planned for the chefs that I'm very excited about. I'm always excited about that.
I want to be in those activities, because
Yeah.
I feel like all it does leave me out.
Guys,
Please,
can we bring her along to our activities? I think we can bring her along to
Like
our
as if I'm
please,
chopped liver. I mean, I know that's good, but
activities. We
please,
will bring
Nayanda,
you.
don't break my heart.
they
And
bring.
also,
I'm at the welcome dinner, and then they just forget me after the welcome dinner,
ah,
and then they just
No,
forget me.
no, because I will miss that. I will miss that part.
yes,
So,
Unfortunately,
oh, you missed me at the
yeah.
welcome dinner.
No, you will be there for the welcome dinner. You will be
Okay,
here. You will be
okay,
here.
when is the welcome
And
dinner?
we also have that's before Watu, so
Oh,
you'll already be on
okay,
island.
okay,
And we also have a couple influencers
all
coming.
right.
So we have so we have a couple influencers, and it's gonna be vibes, man. It's gonna be vibes.
Good
looking
vibes,
forward
clear
to
vibes.
November the
Sure.
1st. If you haven't gotten your tickets, get your ticket today. Chef Leander, Chef Manolo, Chef Romel, Chef Ludovic, it was a pleasure having all of you. We're looking forward to hosting you in Dominica. You're going to have a blast. I mean, I have seen chefs cry. I have seen
Yes,
chefs cry, right?
yes.
And I'm gonna call no names, but I remember a specific chef was like, "This experience changed my entire life." Is he coming?
Yeah.
Is he coming this year?
No, he won't be able to make it, but we have a few others that will be able to make it. As I said, guys, chefs, I mean, um, I just want to make sure that you all are okay. And I feel again it comes down to family and how my grandmother used to she taught us a lot about hospitality. And it was just something that's instilled in us, and
Oops, oops, oops.
Oh,
that's the word, right? So I'm excited about that.
Wonderful. I know. Let me tell you, Chef Manolo, when I said that they cried, he wasn't crying because he wanted to run. He was crying because he didn't want to leave. He didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
He had such a good time. He didn't want to leave, and it was a beautiful experience for him. And I hope that it's a beautiful experience for each and every one of you. I want to say thank you very much, guys, for coming out
thank you.
and hanging out here with me. And we look forward to seeing you guys when you land
Yes, me
down
too.
in
Me
Dominica.
too. And
Chef,
Thank you,
Jael
everyone.
will be rolling with us. Don't worry. We got you.
I'm not chop liver this time. I'm not only that good this year. All right, have a good night, y'all, and see
See
you
Okay,
soon.
you.
bye-bye.
Yeah, see you
Bye.
soon.
Bye bye. That's it, guys. That's it for tonight. WATO program, special WATO program. I want to big up Chef Neanda and the entire crew of chefs that will be touching down in Dominica for November the 1st. WATO, which means fire, will be happening in Calibishi. A new venue, new location, better experience, larger venue, and it's going to be a time with the theme called Fami. Just looking forward to every single one of you enjoying yourselves at this year's event. I want to say thank you very much to the entire team, at the WATO team, for hosting this and for hosting you, all the chefs on the show. I also want to say thank you very much to my sponsors. Without you, there will be no me on this show. Thank you very much to the National Cooperative Credit Union and Perky's Pizza. And thank you to all those of you who tuned in. And those of you who tuned in, but you shared the live. Please hit the share button. Let somebody know about WATO. Let somebody know that this is happening. Don't be greedy. Don't hold it all to yourself, all right? Let someone else in on the fun, on the action, even if you might be bathing because you will not be there. Hopefully you can come another time. But I'm looking forward to November the 1st. I hope you are too. And I want to say thank you again to all of you for tuning in. Thank you very much to my wonderful producer, Tamash, for putting all of this together. One more night to go. Monday night, we have another exciting show for you guys. So stay tuned for that. Until next time, I'm saying good night. Have a great evening. Enjoy yourself. Be good to yourself always. And we'll see you soon for another episode of Jael Joseph Live. See ya!
Creole season is in full swing and Perky's Pizza has you covered. For the next 3 Sundays, Perky's will be open on the 12th, 19th, and 26th.
And guess what? Creole Breakfast is back. Join us on Saturday and Sunday of WCMF weekend.
That's October 25th and 26th from 7 a.m. for a true Dominican experience.
So come early, come hungry, and celebrate Creole season the Perky's way.
Come well just for the cultural gala, yes. Time to show our cultural heritage as we face one another era of culture, yes. We could demonstrate our bouillon taste. Dress up in our player, dress up in our cassette, telling Kotoko to read. People say, oh gosh, who are we? When we say Tintin Basek, that means we give full respect to our cultural heritage, regardless of color, creed, or age. Luka bata bula tu bomba. Luka wule tabula tu bomba. Pakite musique la champé.